The good news keeps rolling in for the Seattle Seahawks in this offseason. Coming up on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, we are going to examine what is going on with the salary cap as we have another update in response to what we talked about on the program last week. We'll tell you what is going on in just a bit. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Before we go any further in today's show, folks, the bosses want to start a Rams channel here at Chat Sports. And they told me if we don't get 50 subs off today's video, then they're going to start this channel. So if we get 50 subs, they won't do it. And I got to tell you, the last thing I want to do is have to host a Rams channel around here. So help me out. Let's not give any attention to the Rams. They don't have any fans to begin with anyway. So do your part. If you love the Seattle Seahawks, you got to subscribe. You hate the Rams, you got to subscribe for the latest happenings in your favorite team each and every day right here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for free. We'll get started with today's show. So here is the salary cap update. If you missed out last week, we gave you a heads up that the salary cap was going to jump up to a significant amount that was going to be much higher than initially expected. And the numbers that we got today back up what we told you last week, that the NFL announced a record high salary cap of $279.2 million. Sheesh, for the 2025 season. Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network breaking the news, saying the NFL and NFL Players Association have agreed to a 2025 salary cap of $279.2 million per club, per sources, another record high. So that's higher than any of the projections that were out there. Everybody assumed the cap was going to go up a bit, but all the so-called experts and insiders didn't think it was going up that much. Sky high, to say the least. Back-to-back years now that the salary cap has been way over what the projected numbers were of what people thought the salary cap was ultimately going to end up being. So, what does this mean for Seattle? Why is this good news for the Seahawks? Obviously, this is good news for the entire league, but why Seattle specifically? Well, for one, it provides more spending flexibility. This was a Seahawks team that entered the offseason over the cap, and they were trying to figure out, all right, how are we going to extend Geno Smith and DK Metcalf and potentially sign free agents and go about that. And now they're looking at a situation where, okay, life just got a little easier on us thanks to the NFL and the Players Association for raising that salary cap more than we anticipated. This was relief that this team badly needed. Now, with that said, are they completely out of the woods just yet? No. Their salary cap space right now is $11 million, and to kind of put that into perspective, on average, your draft class costs you about $10 million in cap space. So right now, they have enough money to pay their draft picks, but they still need to go find more cash. In just a few moments, we are going to explain where they go from here, where they find that cash, and there is a lot of money potentially waiting out there for them. The Seahawks catch a big break from the NFL by getting this salary cap help, and now where do they go from here? We'll explain more in just a moment. But first, let's ask you, do you trust Seattle's front office to get it right? Now they got a little extra cash. Now that they found some change underneath the couch cushion. You got two options here. You can type T for trust, D for don't. Chime into the comment section and let us know what you think. Today's show is sponsored by our friends at Prize Picks. I'm a big fan of Prize Picks. Daily fantasy made easy. And here's how it works. Choose two or more players in any given category. Get the choice of more or less. Whether you're talking rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, maybe you're like me and you love watching some NASCAR. I'm headed to Austin this weekend. Alper's going to join me as we are going to the Circuit of the Americas for the Eco Park Automotive Grand Prix. And you better believe I'm going to be using Prize Picks for that this weekend, folks. It is a road course. I don't want to hear from any of you losers out there like, oh, NASCAR, turn left. No, we're turning right this week, folks. And I got A.J. Allmendinger, the dinger. He failed a drug test one time. He bounced back. No, don't worry about him. I think he's a very good road course racer. I think he'll have more than 33.5 points, NASCAR points. And I'm going to go with Austin Cindric. Very good road course racer himself. Tries for Roger Penske. They have more than 29.5 NASCAR points. If I put $20 down and both those hit, that turns into $60 on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even have to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this basketball season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, proud partner of Seattle Seahawks today. All right, so let's put this in perspective for you, this salary cap situation. If we were to go all the way back to 2011, when your fearless leader was a sophomore in high school, the salary cap was $120.375 million. And then it took a little bit of a bump up in 2012 to 120.6, then 123, then 133, then 143. You start to see these little $10 million bumps. Then in 2016, we went to 155, a $12 million bump. Another $12 million bump to 167 in 2017. 2018, $10 million bump to 177, $11 million bump to 2019, and then 2020, we took another $10 million bump to 198. And then there was a lab in China that invented a disease that created a pandemic, and that forced a number of things to happen, and the NFL lost money as a result, less revenue, and the salary cap went down for the first time ever in 2021 to $182.5 million. Bounced back quite a bit in 2022 to $208.2 million. Then it went to $224.8, and then in 2024, big jump to $255.4 to where we are now, another big jump, $279.2 million. So to kind of show you the rate of change, I am not a math guy by any stretch of the imagination, but let's play the percentages and show you just what we're looking at. A 7.4% bump, a 12% bump, and an 8.6% bump. That is a significant rate. And this is what we're talking about as far as these cap projections being much higher than initially anticipated. Overthecap.com, they thought it was going to be 272.5. Spotrac thought it was going to be 275. The NFL Network thought it was going to be 265 to 275, and it was still more than that, folks, and it's going to continue to keep climbing. More on that in just a bit. With all that said, John Schneider, Jody Allen, yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah, Jody, you, who just got a C from the NFL Players Association for your ownership grade. Do a better job. No excuses to be cheap. None whatsoever, all right? John Schneider, Jody, and company, they owe it to their team and their fans to put the best roster together as possible and go compete to get the top talent, bring them in, because you have this flexibility to do so with the money that you have now and more money on the way. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Spend to win, right? Scared money, don't make none, all right? And here's what I mean, folks. More money is coming because there are some obvious moves that are right in front of the Seattle Seahawks, right in their oyster, that they could do to potentially create some cap space. We'll tell you what those moves are in just a bit. You want the Hawks to spend more money? Send a message to John and to Jody. Type me in the comments section if you want the Seahawks to spend more money. Let your voice be heard. I want everybody to be typing me if you want them to spend more cash. Make it rain in here. Maybe get out the money gift or something, you know? Oh, yeah, spend some money and make it happen. Type me in the comments section below. All right, let's talk major moves now. This is what Seattle can do to easily create some cap space. If you missed it earlier in the week, don't worry. That's where I come in to catch up to speed. We did a video on this earlier, but we'll give you the short version here. Extending Geno saves you about close to $24 million. Releasing Tyler Lockett, that saves you about $17 million. Releasing Noah Fant saves you about $9 million. And I know right away, somebody in the comments is going to be like, well, I like Noah Fant. Well, I can find a better and cheaper tight end for what I can pay Noah Fant right now. You can do better than Noah Fant. I like Noah Fant too, don't get me wrong, but hey, it's a business, and I'm a business man. Number 4, you can extend DK Metcalf. I expect that to happen. He's not getting traded. Mike McDonald already said this week he's got big plans for DK. That'll save you over $13 million. And then releasing Dre'Mont Jones, who has not embraced my last name very well his 2 years in Seattle. It's been a bit of a disappointment. You can save close to $12 million there. So those 5 moves alone, and there's plenty more still, create $74 million in cap space. Just like that. So the NFL gave us some extra money, and now just with those 5 moves, I found $74 million. And the cap is going to keep climbing. You can get creative with Geno's contract and DK's contract and others because $300 million of that cap will be here sooner before we know it. You can push some money down the road with the rate of where this cap is going. And the TV contracts are going to be up here in a few years. The ratings are at record highs due to this new out-of-home viewing that Nielsen is measuring. And believe me, I know TV. There's going to be a whole lot more money that the NFL is going to be getting with partners like Netflix and Amazon and others that want to get in the fold in addition to the traditional outlets like ESPN, the mothership, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and all that. So there's more cash. The NFL's a cash cow. If John Schneider plays his cards right, they can take advantage of this, and they can be very competitive for a long time. For continuing Seahawks coverage, no one else is breaking down the cap like we are here on Seahawks Today. We got you covered each and every day on the channel. Subscribe now for free. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.